Day 125. So, one thing that I've mentioned on this journal before is that this is a journal, and therefore I, try to speak my mind about the things. And there's one thing that I do, I'm not very proud of it, but I'll go ahead and say it anyways because it's going to happen regardless of what I say. And that is that sometimes I fudge my weight numbers. This particularly happens at kind of the end of an eating week when I knew I had like a really bad day, or I just didn't want the numbers to be that high. And the best way to describe it is willful blissfulness mindset, I guess, of choosing to believe that the number's lower than it actually is. I haven't had too much of a problem with it. I usually will only do it, by a pound or two. I can't really do it any more than that, which is one of the reasons why I do the videos that I do for the weigh-ins, is I can really only fudge it so much, because it just doesn't really work that way. I mean, it's a scale, and so it's also one of the reasons why I don't use my newer scale, is because that number, you do it one and done. Whereas my old scale, that's whenever I get on it. So it's not great. But it's how I, one of the reasons I was feeling really bad about my last round was, I knew I was fibbing, and so I really kind of more broke even on that round. And then I feel really great about this round, which is probably why I'm talking about this right now. I lost 7 pounds, but that's with the weights that I wrote down. Without the weights that I wrote down, I probably lost more, like 11. Which for 2 weeks is a really good number. So I'm back to not fibbing. Like I said, it really only happens when I'm kind of get discouraged with the weight gain that I'm having. And I go into a little bit of a denial, and I weigh in more for the fact of I need to weigh in every day, and confirm, like, okay, hey, I probably shouldn't eat as much today, that type of thing. But it sucks to step on the scale and see, like, oh, I gained 4 pounds. So if I fib, it's going to happen. There's no real way around it. My numbers will be what they'll be, but know that regardless, they're fairly accurate to begin with, because I can't do too much, and when times are good, the number is going to be accurate, like right now. So I wish it wasn't that way, but mentally it's a lot easier to cope with gaining more weight than you want by just not admitting it.